Dear parents, many of you are probably middle-aged and therefore have breathtakingly exciting social lives that might prevent you from coming to our open house and meeting me in person. Because of that, I've made this short video describing who I am, what your kid might learn in my class, and a little insight into my teaching philosophy. It's a little unconventional, but I hope you enjoy. Growing up in Lawrence, Kansas, went to South and then to LHS. Went to prom at both high schools. I peaked early, man, I used to be cool. My passions are to teach and long romantic walks on the beach. I'm totally regretting this song. Thanks for playing along. I student taught at Southwest while I was going to KU. I taught in Grapeman for a year before a job opened up out the blue right here. I'll tell you some more about me. After haircuts, I look kinda weird. Sports and music I both like. I wish all the spiders in my apartment would die. One of the first questions I always get is, what will my kids be learning about in your class? Well, I'll go ahead and tell you right now. We start with the American Revolution. Now, I know it's been a while for a lot of you guys, so I'm going to give you a quick little summary of the American Revolution, as Michael Jackson would sing. King George was a terrible ruler. He was just a dude who wanted his taxation without representation. We said revolution, and now we're Americans. So we'll learn about the American Revolution up through and a little bit after the Civil War. Now, if you have any Civil War jokes, I generally don't find them very funny. So don't even bother. In case you've forgotten about the time period, though, here's a summary by Bon Jovi. At first we had the Articles of Confederation, then replaced them with the Constitution. Then we'll study an event too big to ignore. It's the Civil War. Oh, Lincoln was shot. Oh, John Wilkes Booth was finally caught. The Confederate flag has been in the news. We will talk about that too. Alright, so that's the time period of the class. Now, if you're curious about my philosophy of teaching, I'll say this. Study after study shows that kids and adults alike learn best when they have fun. So, Ray Charles would probably put it like this. Students will work harder for me if I make it fun and I am engaging. But students know I'm kinda tricky. Though I make it fun, you work your butt off for me. In 1997, I went to the movie theater and I saw Titanic for the first time. At the end of the movie, I remember thinking that there was probably enough room on that wooden board for both Rose and Jack. Am I right? Can I get an amen? Pour one out for the homie on that one. Why am I bringing Titanic up right now, you might be asking yourself? There's a connection coming, I promise. In addition to helping my students see the value of education, my biggest responsibility is to help prepare them for high school. Celine Dion would probably say this to her students as they walked into her classroom. You're here, there's nothing to fear, and I know that you will go on to high school, probably. I'll stay after school each day to be sure that you learn and you succeed in high school someday. People ask me all the time, how could I possibly spend 8 hours a day with teenagers? First, I tell them that I get these kids at the weirdest time in their lives, and I accept the fact that to be 13 or 14 is a wild ride. I am human though, so there are days when I want to get off that ride. I want a full refund. I want to get out of that theme park. I want to go to a small claims court, file a lawsuit against all teenagers for mental and emotional damages accrued by yours truly and my short teaching career. But alas, instead, on those days, I take a deep breath, I control what I can, I try not to worry about what I can't control, and just let it be. When I find myself without any patience, Mrs. Ryan speaks the truth. She says, don't get fired, Chris, it's middle school. And when I find myself totally frustrated, Mr. Hanson speaks the truth. He says, it's a weird age, it's middle school. Middle school, middle school, all these kids think they're super cool. They're not afraid to show it, they'll tell you. Middle school, all these kids think they're super cool. But really they're just awkward, it's true.